Hi, I'm Carl with Hubbell Homes. We're doing another homeowner maintenance tutorial. I'm here with Thomas from Integrity Heating. We're going to go through basic maintenance on your heating and air conditioning system today. Thomas, what's the difference between this single thermostat and if I have a house with two thermostats in it?
Well, pretty much nothing. We have one furnace, one air conditioner, two thermostats allows us to control upstairs and downstairs at the same time. We basically, in the summertime, we want both set to cooling. In the wintertime, we want both set to heating. And that's pretty much it.
So if I was going to go out of town or be on vacation for a little while, what can I do with my thermostat?
Well, you can adjust at 10 degrees. You don't really want to go any farther than that. Other than that, let it run like normal. If you normally have it on hold, great, have it on hold. If you normally let your program run, let your program run.
So now we're going to have Thomas go through a couple of the more common thermostat adjustment questions that we get here at Hubbell Homes. Thomas, if I come home and I have a programmed thermostat and I want to go up a couple of degrees or down a couple of degrees, how do I do that without changing everything?
Well, that's really easy. Pretty much you go to the thermostat and you push up a couple of degrees or down a couple of degrees, however you would like. At that point, it gives you a temporary hold. So it's going to hold that temperature until the next program scheduled change. So if your program changes temperatures at 8 o'clock, at 8:01, it's going to go back to whatever that was, not the temperature you set.
And if I want to set my thermostat to like a permanent temperature, say I like the house at 70 and I want it to stay there, how do I do that?
Well, we can do that, but it overrides our program. We're going to push it, change our temperature a couple of degrees. It's going to give us that temporary hold. It's going to change this first button to hold. We're going to push that. That puts it on permanent hold, and now it's going to hold that temperature till the end of the earth unless you change it. Okay, at our thermostat. Thermostat does lots of things. It controls our heating and our cooling. It has a program, lots of very neat functions that are all covered by your instruction manual. If we've got everything set up and we're running our program, we're going to go over the hold button. If your program's running and you change your temperature so that you're warmer, you come up with a temporary hold. And if you hit hold beside it, it'll go to a permanent hold. The difference between the two, temporary hold only holds until your next program scheduled time, and permanent hold holds forever until you actually touch the thermostat again and make it not hold. To turn the hold off, we push menu, says hold, we hit cancel. Now we're back to following our schedule.
So now we're going to go through changing your return air filter.
Here we are at the return air filter grill. I'm going to give you a couple of pointers on how to change an air filter. Your grill is held closed by these two clasps. You open the clasps, pull the grill down, grab a hold of your filter. If you're confused on what size of filter to get, it's written right on the side. The direction of the airflow in this instance is up. It's got an arrow pointing in airflow direction. We will put it back in with the arrow pointing up. We're going to close the grill, reattach the clasps, and then we're done. Here we are at our fresh air filter. You should be checking this filter at least 3 times a year. If it's dirty, go ahead and change it. If it's not dirty, go ahead and let it slide one more time. It's kind of relative to what's going on outside your home. This is how we change it. We're going to open the two clasps like we did at our return air filter. We're going to open that outer grill. On the inside, you're going to notice there's a big black cover with a handle. It's in there really tight because it needs to seal. Sometimes you have to give it a good jerk to get it out. The filter stands up in here. We want to slide it over and it'll just pull right straight out. The size is on the side of it. This is a 12 by 12 by 1. When we put it back up in there, it's the same thing. You put it back up in the slots. Once you get it up in there all the way, it'll catch on the two little corner nibs. When we put the black plug back in, it takes a little effort because it is tight. I suggest that you put 2 corners in and then just force it up in. Then we go ahead and close the grill and shut the clasps to hold it up. And there we've changed our fresh air filter.